State, here represented. The Honorable Minister of Education, Lausa CON, here represented. The Pro-Chancellor, Chairman Governing Council, University of Benin, Professor Shuaibu Umaru. The Vice-Chancellor and Visioner of this historic ceremony, Professor Edoba Omoegi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. And sitting by him is his dear wife, Professor Ehinema Omoregi. Other principal officers of our university, members of the Governing Council, the Chairman Board of Trustees of the soon-to-be inaugurated Uniben Trust Development Fund, Pastor Dr. Osage Izeyamu Esquire, and his lovely wife, who is also the CMD UBTH, Professor Idia Nigoku Izeyamu. Other trustees, the provosts, deans, directors, professors emerita, palace chiefs here with us, Lord Spiritual, the alumni body, worldwide and home branches, all erudite scholars, Unibank students.
University of Benin, where visions become realities and innovations are patented. Today, history is being recorded as we witness the inauguration of the University of Benin Trust Development Fund, the first of its kind in our part of the globe. Please put your hands together for Unibank. And so I shall take a few recognitions, more will come later. So let me formally introduce the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council of this great university, Professor Shuaibu Umaru. Please put your hands together. Welcome, sir. We welcome the number one citizen on our campus, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Edoba Omoegi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. We welcome the wife of our Vice-Chancellor,
Mrs. Ehinema Omoegi. In fact, when I first just called her Professor Omoegi, she said I didn't add Mrs. I said, even if I didn't, seeing you, we know you are my VC's wife. Welcome. We want to also welcome other principal officers of our university, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Christopher Osubo. We welcome the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor Victor Ibineweka. Welcome, Prof and Chief. We welcome the Deputy Vice Chancellor at Kenwan Campus, Professor Uniami Aide. Welcome, sir. Welcome the Registrar and Secretary to Council, Mr. Ademola Bobola, is seated here with the Vice Chancellor. Please put your hands together for the Registrar. Welcome. Our delectable librarian is also seated, Professor Mrs. Jane Abba. Welcome, ma'am. We welcome the Provost, College of Postgraduate Studies, Professor David Zeko. Welcome, sir. We welcome the Provost, College of Medical Sciences, Professor Wilson Sadu. Welcome, sir. Members of our University Governing Council are here with us. We want to specially recognize the presence of the Right Honorable Dr. Samson Osage, Member Governing Council. Welcome, sir. We recognize the presence of Honorable Rufai Ahmed Chachangi, Member Governing Council. Welcome, sir. We recognize the presence of Mr. Emmanuel Osinaike, who is the member representing the Honorable Minister of Education in the Council. Welcome, sir. We welcome Mrs. Aminat Adibu. She's also a member of our governing council. Professor Felix A. Aitien, representing Senate, is here. Professor Uko Avi.
Council, Professor Omowuyi Sunday, here seated, is on the council. Professor Mrs. Ere Oyedo, representing congregation, is here seated. Emmanuel Oriazua, Esquire, representing alumni and convocation on the council, is here seated. He's one of the trustees. We welcome Mr. Dennis Aigbe, a member of the governing council. As I said, we shall take more recognitions. We shall start straight away formally as I invite to the microphone the registrar of our university, Mr. Ademola Bobola, to take a welcome address and kickstart this historic event. Thank you.
Our Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council, I want to especially request that you allow me to abide by the protocol as duly established by the university's PRO, Dr. Mrs. Benedicta Hanire. To start the protocol over again would be a complete waste of time. So I seek your permission to proceed with the address. All courtesies duly extended. I consider it a great honor in my capacity as Registrar and Secretary to the Council of this great university to welcome you to yet another momentous occasion in the life of this great university. That is the inauguration of the Board of Trustees of the University of Benin Trust Development Fund. This milestone marks a significant step in our institution's journey to secure sustainable growth, enhance academic excellence, and strengthen our contribution to national development. The primary purpose of a university is universally known. It is, however, not to be, the purpose is not to engage in undue ventures for funds, but to create a platform such as this one we are witnessing today to raise funds to drive all-round development of the institution. Suffice to say that this inauguration is quite apt and timely, as it is tandem with the federal government's agenda to foster means to galvanize continuous funding for universities by initiating National Advancement Program for universities with the theme "Harnessing the single largest asset of university alumni." Our distinguished Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, along with the Vice-Chancellor, attended this program where the Minister of Education presided in Lagos just a few weeks ago. And on that occasion, the Vice-Chancellor sat as a member of the steering panel of that particular event. Our own dear university, being a pioneer in higher education in Nigeria, has always sought innovative ways to address challenges and harness opportunities, and it has keyed into the federal government's initiative in this regard. Therefore, the creation of this Trust Development Fund reflects the federal government and the university's resolve to diversify funding sources, support strategic initiatives, and ensure that the institution remains a beacon of knowledge, research, and community service. Furthermore, this initiative aligns with the vision of our dear Vice-Chancellor, Professor Edoba B. Omoege San, in making our university a world-class institution, driving innovation and socio-economic impact. His leadership has been instrumental in shaping this strategic direction. To the Chairman a very distinguished Nigerian, Pastor Dr. Osage A. Zeyamu Esquire, and other very esteemed members of the Board of Trustees, to be inaugurated very soon. We are honored by your willingness and your expertise and vision and leadership to steer this fund. It is noted that this assignment will be filled with much sacrifices, given that you are known to be very busy individuals in your various endeavors. Your role is critical in shaping the initiatives that will fund scholarships, infrastructure, research, and outreach programs, directly impacting on students, staff, and the society at large. It is therefore pertinent to mention that each board member has been carefully chosen. This choice was not tied to any socio-political affiliation, but the depth of the passion of the individuals for our great institution, that is the University of Benin. We are convinced that this passion will help them weather through the expected and unexpected challenges to be encountered along the way in accomplishing the cherished set objectives. We thank our partners, the alumni, the benefactors for believing in the mission of the university. Your contributions will empower generations and advance the frontiers of knowledge. At this juncture, please let me express deep appreciation to our very devoted Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Professor Shuaibu Umar, whose guidance and advocacy have been pivotal in bringing this trust fund to life. His commitment to excellence and his positive leadership has engendered great thinking and drive, thus making university move on the path of excellence. He is formally inaugurating the Board of Trustees today. On behalf of the entire University of Benin community, both at home and abroad, I thank you immensely for your encouraging response to our invitation, and you are warmly welcome. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for the registrar. Before the next item, let me quickly recognize the presence in our midst of the former Secretary to Government of Edo State, Pastor Dr. Osage Izeyamu. Welcome, sir. We welcome the CND UBTH, Professor Mrs. Idia Izeyamu. Welcome, ma'am. We welcome the former University of Benin Alumni Worldwide President, Prince Richard Omar Ahanaruago, SAN. Welcome, sir. He's here with his lovely wife. Welcome, Chief Mrs. Ahanaruago. Welcome. We welcome a trustee, Emmanuel Oriazua, Esquire. Welcome, sir. Another trustee, Dr. Mrs. Loretta Oboro Oko. We welcome you warmly. Please put your hands together. The two next personalities are joining us virtually because they are in Canada and the USA respectively. Mr. Alex Eomo, put your hands together, please. And Kingsley Jesuobo Esquire, both trustees. We also welcome the Commissioner for Education, Edo State, Mr. Paddy Iyami. Welcome, sir. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my singular privilege to invite for his address our dynamic, our indefatigable, our astute, our erudite, our pragmatic, and transformational Vice Chancellor, Professor Edoba Omoyege, S.A.N. Let the Uniben light shine. Clap, 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 clap.
Thank you very much, Yaro. Please permit me, Mr. Chairman, to stand on the already very well established protocol, but of course not to ignore some very high profile personality here present. In particular, I want to especially recognize the chairman himself, as well as, of course, the chairman of the Trust Fund, Pastor Dr. Saye Ezea. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed an epoch-making event, and we are proud to witness this historic inauguration of the University of Benin Trust Development Fund. Our joy knows no bound, first for conceptualizing this initiative and for bringing it to a fruitful beginning. Upon my assumption of office as Vice Chancellor of this great university, I determined that I would leave the university far better than I met it. As a full-fledged alumnus myself, it's only expected that I will do so many things differently that will ensure the sustainability of our university. This is why all stakeholders must be brought on board in order to effectively deliver on the mandates of the visionaries and founders of the university. There's no doubt that this institution is blessed in all its ramifications. We should therefore leverage on the advantages that we enjoy, including the enormous goodwill and support of all the alumni, public spirited persons, and our staff and students. This networking has become imperative in view of the reality that government alone cannot bear the burden of public university education. The reality is made even more poignant knowing that there is a limit to the school charges that can be levied in public institutions of learning. It is important here to draw a distinction between the University Endowment Fund that has been in existence and the Development Trust Fund. This latest initiative is the first of its kind in this country. The University of Benin Trust Development Fund is modeled after the Campaign for Oxford Trust, which is now known as the University of Oxford Development Trust Fund of the University of Oxford, England. Our fund is incorporated with a board of trustees to primarily fund resource funds from alumni and other friends of goodwill towards specific capital projects for the university and in perpetuity. Let me just digress a bit by saying this, that I've had persons questioning why we have the fund called University of Benin Trust Development Fund instead of what may appear to be a more routine and natural order of University of Benin Development Trust Fund. I want to say that when we try to incorporate the fund as University of Benin Trust Development, University of Benin Development Trust Fund, the Corporate Affairs Commission declined our application and insisted that we must order it the way you find. And so you have to pardon us that we are not mindful of that concern, but essentially that's what we were compelled to do by the Corporate Affairs Commission. Now, already, a database of all UNIBE alumni is being designed to ensure a seamless access to our alumni who are our greatest assets. This is expected to drive the success of the trust fund. The Board of Trustees to be inaugurated in a few minutes is made up of some of very highly committed alumni, and some of them past presidents of various charters of the Alumni Association, including the past president of the Alumni Worldwide, and the person of the Secretary of the Trust, my learned friend in Inaba, Richard Anorongo, SAM. Besides, what we are witnessing today is phenomenal and is expected to leave an enduring legacy of project execution even after my tenure as Vice Chancellor. The constitution of the board gives room for 15 members, and it is envisaged that the full complement of the board will be actualized subsequently. The trust was incorporated on the 19th of June 2025 as a not-for-profit, non-political organization by the Corporate Affairs Commission. The main objective of the fund are as follows. First, to work with university management to identify infrastructure and academic needs of the university. Second, to forge partnership with alumni, organizations, and friends of the university in order to mobilize resources for capital and academic projects in the university. Third, to support faculty development through sponsorship of research, training, and to encourage mentorship programs across the faculties. Fourth, to sponsor scholarships, grants, and provide welfare assistance to indigent students. And number 5, to recognize and reward academic excellence among staff and students. Under my watch as Vice Chancellor, we are committed to diligently and successfully pursuing these objectives, the total transformation of the university. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Board of Trustees, which is being inaugurated today, is expected to drive the process, while the responsibility is for all of us to actualize the Uniben dream. Let us, therefore, individually and collectively, embrace this wonderful initiative. The Board of Trustees is open to ideas and suggestions as we get along. Happily, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, CON, shares in this vision. The meeting convened by the Honorable Minister a few days ago in Lagos, in which I was part of a specialized panel that spoke, he emphasized that universities should establish strong, independent means of financing education and providing infrastructure. At that retreat for pro-chancellors, vice-chancellors, and directors of alumni and advancement, the Honorable Minister was pleased that when I informed the participants of the steps being taken by the university in this regard, and in particular I mentioned that we had established a development trust fund, which is the first of its kind in the whole country, and received a thunderous applause on that occasion. I'm happy that the Honorable Minister is ably represented here by a Minister's representative. That is a show of ministerial support for this undertaking. Finally, let me state categorically that the alumni are the backbone of the university, and for that matter, any university across the globe. I'm happy that the leadership of the alumni is in agreement that the time has come for the birth of the Trust Development Fund. And this is very clear from the fact that the incumbent president of alumni worldwide, my learned friend, Mr. Emmanuel Razwa, is part of this trustees. I urge all staff and students to key into this initiative with a view to improving on the infrastructural facilities of the university, among other objectives. To our distinguished alumni and friends of the University of Benin and our esteemed guests, I say thank you for coming and for being a part of this history-making event. Thank you very much, and may God continue to bless all of you.
That applause is not enough. In Benin, where when you say well done, which we will do with our applause, then the Vice Chancellor will be further encouraged to do and to do and to do more. Please, let's clap very well. Well done, sir. like to recognize and welcome very specially our dear former Vice Chancellor, Professor Faraday Usase Orumesi. Welcome, sir. Thank you for coming. And so we want to go now to what we consider to be the high point of this ceremony, which is the oath taking, and that will be administered by Professor Nelson Ojukwu-Ogba, is barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria and Notary Public for Nigeria. And of course, we know that the inauguration will be performed by the chairman of the university's Governing Council and Pro-Chancellor, Professor Shuaibu Umaru. So, Professor Nelson Ojukwu-Ogba, over to you, sir.
I will stand on existing protocol. Chairman of Council, sir, the Vice Chancellor, and all others, sir. I will administer the oath of office now. I will give out the oath documents, beginning with the chairman. Here physically, the oath will be administered them virtually. I believe that's another. Okay, so the members of the Board of Trustees will remain standing, please. I will start with then mention your name and read the content. I affirm that I will faithfully hold and defend the laws and governing instruments of the trust, and to promote its objectives and mandate under the applicable laws. I shall, at all times, act in the best interest of the trust and assets entrusted to me individually or collectively, and ensure that such resources are applied solely for lawful and authorized purposes. I further undertake to maintain strict confidentiality in respect of all matters brought before me in the course of my duties as a trustee, and to avoid any situation in which my personal interests, in accordance with the applicable rules and regulations of the trust, in good faith and with a full sense of the responsibilities attached to this office, and I pledge to serve with integrity, impartiality, and loyalty throughout my tenure. Okay, so in my capacity as the Commissioner of Oath for this occasion, I authorize you to now write your name, sign, and date, please. in my capacity as the Commissioner for Oaths for this occasion, I hereby declare that the oath of office has been validly administered on the board, members of the Board of Trustees in accordance with the Oath Act of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Nelson Ojukwu Oba. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's now my singular privilege to invite for his remarks and formal inauguration the Chairman of the Governing Council of the University of Benin and Pro-Chancellor, Professor Shuaibu Umaru. Please clap for our Pro-Chancellor.
The Vice Chancellor and other members of the management of the University of Benin, my pillars, that is, the members of the Governing Council, both internal and external, members of the university community, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to spare more time, I want to be allowed to continue by respecting other protocols that have been established. Today, UNIBEN has made history. But before proceeding to give out my remarks, I want to declare formally and legally that the trust fund has been inaugurated. Going by the fact that they have taken oath, that make it legally. Our pronouncement make it formally, and therefore we are congratulating you for having taken the oath and have been inaugurated. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, UNIBEN has made history. The present administration of the university has made history. The council of the university has made history. Because, as the VC rightly said in his speech, this trust fund is one of its kind in the nation. Yes, it is true that efforts have been made severally in different quarters, and the government, under the leadership of President Ahmed Asuwaju Bola Ahmed, has been bringing out different policies, positive policies, that are touching the life of every stakeholder in Nigerian education system. He has brought out different policies to support education. And these policies are interpreted and translated by the Honorable Minister of Education, who now shape the direction of where to go and where not to go. This initiative we are today implementing is one of such policies. And there are other policies like the NELFON. If you cannot say kudos to Mr. President and the Minister for anything in education, for the NELFON you have to say it. Because it's one of the areas where it has touched the life of ordinary Nigerians. We have many cases to cite that without the NELFON today, the future of our young men and women could have been tarnished.
because of lack of ability to pay and continue with their education. I will cite an example personally in my university. We had cases of children, students who could not pay their school fees. Philanthropists from different corners came on board to help. With the introduction of the NEL fund, the students and their parents are now happy. They will pay their school fees and supported by stipends for their upkeep, and the parents and the students today, they are there pursuing their education without any problem. And I guess all of those who enrolled in the NEL fund across Nigeria are enjoying the same. This is a remarkable development. It's a remarkable policy, and therefore we have to key in to now loudly say we thank you, Mr. President, for this initiative. We are also using the opportunity to thank the minister for interpreting the policies and executing them. It is one thing to have the policies, it's another thing entirely to interpret it correctly and to what? To execute it. And therefore, we are saying thank you to Mr. Minister. In his speech, the VC has said it. I attended the retreat in Lagos, which was an official declaration by the government that over the years, Nigerian university has been ignoring the vast potential, funding potential that we have. That is the Alumni Association. Throughout the globe, the VC has cited examples with Harvard, Oxford, and so many universities, that their strength, financial strength, is from what? From the alumni. And therefore, the government has made bold step to initiate the idea that all universities should go back and look at the Alumni Association, harvest their talent, harvest their experiences, and key in to support infrastructure development across the university. When we've had that retreat, and it was formally inaugurated, our VC participated as one of the discussants that discussed on the issues of funding and the relevance of Alumni Association. We spoke with the minister after the inauguration, after the retreat, and we got some ideas which also come to impact positively on the initial initiation we have. It has strengthened us, it has broadened our perspective, it has made us to feel that yes, this thing is doable. And today we have inaugurated. I want to thank the Vice Chancellor and his team, to thank the University Committee for the support we enjoy, and to thank the entire Benin community for giving us the opportunity, the encouragement, the serene environment to operate. We are therefore using the opportunity once again to call on the community, host community, to come out in mass to support the initiation of the present administration, to support the initiation of Mr. Vice Chancellor, so that the trust fund can have the opportunity, the strength, the encouragement to work. Today, everybody knows in this assembly that UNIBEN has one of the strongest alumni, both on and abroad. Very strategically positioned, making significant contribution to the global economy in all sectors, and therefore we have no reason that we cannot leverage on this to bring development in India. Therefore, I'm calling on all alumni nationwide, both in the country and diaspora, to come and support this. We are here to pretend. We cannot allow any fund that is given with good spirit to go without checkmating it. We are assuring that with the caliber of people, certainly with the responsibility of trust fund, they can do what we want them to do. And therefore, we are calling on all of us to contribute freely with the dream that whatever you are given, you will see the reality. Once again, I'm congratulating the board for that. I also want to use the opportunity to thank the chairman of the board. It's one thing to sit down and say, this man is good. We'll give him the responsibility. It's another thing for him to accept. So their acceptance is also an indication that they are there for us. They are there for us, and therefore they need to be supported. We come out in mass to support them and give them time. And again, finally, I want to re-echo my call. When I came on board, I have 3 agendas. 1, peace. 2nd, peace. 3rd, peace. Without peace, we cannot get anything. It is with peace that the board will work. It is with peace that the management under the direction of Vice Chancellor can work. It is with peace that the lecturers can sit down and think well and give the right thing to the student. It is with peace that the student will now sit down and read. It is with peace that all form of development within and outside the university can be achieved. Therefore, I emphasize that please let us achieve the virtue of being peaceful. Let us establish peace. Thank you for giving the opportunity to talk.
Clap, 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 clap. Our chairman of council is very practical. A gentleman indeed. Thank you, sir. And so we take an interlude of music as I invite our very vivacious and talented students of the Department of Theatre Arts, University of Benin, for the cultural performance. Please clap to encourage them as they come in majestically. to re-echo one of the songs that they sang, and this way. Don't know this over when you're bye-bye. Don't know this over when you're bye-bye. Kera myself, Kera your bow, and my balance over when you're bye-bye. Don't know this over when you're bye-bye. Don't know this over when you're bye-bye. Kera myself, Kera your bow, oh, thank you, and so, on that note, I'd like to respectfully invite for his response the Chairman Board of Trustees, Pastor Dr. Osage Ize Iyamu.
Thank you. I'm tempted to adopt the protocol already established, but considering that there are so many people here who came despite a very short notice, I'll please appeal to just do an abridged recognition without wasting too much time. So I would like to appreciate the Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, ably represented by the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Dr. Padi Yama. I also want to specially recognize the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, who is here represented. I want to not just recognize but thank the Chairman of the Governing Council, Professor Shaib Umaru, and his team for the good work they have done so far. Let me also specially appreciate our star boy, our senior advocate, a very illustrious son of this land, who by the grace of God is the Vice Chancellor, Professor Edoba B. Omorige, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and all his team that are here, including past Vice Chancellors, past Provosts, Professors, etc. Of course, I must also recognize our palace chiefs representing our father Monobane Doko Akolopolo Baiwade II, Oba Atokere. All our friends, family that are here, let me also specially recognize you. There are also some of our friends here from the corporate world. We would also want to appreciate them. From a distance, I saw one of the big businessmen who is the big businessman who is very near the university. I don't know whether he has gone. I'm talking about my brother Jude Osage, Esquire. He's the chairman MD of Precious Farm. Is he here? Because I saw him some time ago. Aha, God bless you, sir. And then, of course, the chairman MD of Viewpoint Signature, my brother Tony Wifo, is also here. friend of ours from this state is on the board of Nigerian Ports Authority, Honorable Dele Oladitoba. We're also happy to see you. My brother, who is also on the board of Okobu, Society and Lusoma, we are happy to see you. My friend and brother, the chairman MD of Glachico Group of Companies, Chief Eric Ebuzele, we are also happy to see you. Chairman MD of Intercontinental Press, Mr. Aigbe Omorigi, we are happy to see you. And there are so many others in this audience. I want to thank you because if I'm going to come knocking at your door, I must recognize you now. So the recognition is deliberate. Greatest Univer. Greatest of the greatest Univer students. Greatest Bobo. Greatest Baba. Greatest BC. Greatest BC. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you for coming. Today, I stand before you deeply humbled and profoundly honored, fully conscious of the responsibility that this moment represents. The inauguration of the Board of Trustees of the University of Benin Trust Development Fund is not merely ceremonial. It is a defining institutional milestone, a covenant with our future. This occasion is historic because it signals vision. It is significant because it affirms continuity. It is transformative because it safeguards posterity. In this journey of transformation, we commend our President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his renewed hope agenda, which recognizes education as one of Nigeria's most strategic investments. This vision was recently solidified in January 2026 through a landmark agreement with the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU, replacing the 2009 pact to increase lecturer salaries by 40% and restructure allowances. Alongside the revitalization of infrastructure and the launch of the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, these reforms ensure sustainable funding and expanded opportunities for students nationwide. Closer to home, we salute the Governor of Edo State, His Excellency Senator Mondo Okpewolo, whose dedication to education continues to inspire immense confidence. It is this unwavering commitment that earned him the well-deserved distinction of Education Governor of the Year 2025 by Telegraph newspaper. This honor is firmly rooted in tangible results. Your Excellency has redefined state support for higher learning, evidenced by the staggering increases in monthly subventions, moving Ambrose Ali University from 41 million monthly to 500 million monthly, and Edo University in Yamo from 25 million monthly to 250 million monthly. This bold investment is further matched by your 2.5 billion pledge for a pediatric complex at the University of Benin Teaching Hospital. A powerful affirmation that your foresight embraces the holistic well-being of our people, reaching far beyond imaginary boundaries. It is because of this vision that we view a stronger University of Benin as a vital partner in the continued transformation of our state. We are more than an institution.
We are a strategic asset for the growth and prestige of Edo. Be assured, therefore, that this board will seek your partnership to translate this shared momentum into lasting, measurable progress. In that same vein, we owe a debt of gratitude to everyone who has shaped the University of Benin over its 55 years history. Our global alumni branches, corporate partners, and the many organizations and individuals whose generosity built the Unibenin we honor today. Standing as modern pillars of this tradition are three individuals whose contributions are truly transformative. We honor Senator Daisy Andre Danjuma for her extraordinary commitment to her roots. Our donation of the Solar Power Legacy Hostels is a selfless investment in the dignity and safety of our students. Similarly, we recognize Mr. Aigoji Aigi Mobole, a proud 1986 law graduate of the university. Beyond delivering an annual graduation lecture, his mentorship and leadership serve as a definitive bridge between this institution and global professional mastery. Babatunde Raji Fashola San is a distinguished alumnus who translated his legacy of public service into tangible growth. As Minister of Power, Works and Housing, he facilitated the critical reconstruction of internal routes and the remediation of gully erosion sites across our campuses, contributions recognized with an honorary doctorate in 2023. I wish to suggest, Mr. Vice Chancellor, that to immortalize this spirit of altruism, the names of all past and future donors to the university development should be permanently enshrined in our Hall of Fame. This sanctuary of honor will reflect our enduring culture of philanthropy and ensure that those who build Unibenin are never forgotten. Of prime importance is my deepest appreciation to the university's leadership, particularly the Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Amorike San, whose strategic clarity gave birth to this fund. I must also acknowledge the Governing Council for their laudable sufficiency and for consistently creating the enabling environment required for this university to grow and excel. Leadership is not defined by the occupation of office, but by identifying systematic gaps and daring to bridge or fill them. This Trust Development Fund is a testament to that courage, one that resonates with me at a remarkably personal level. Having worked these halls as a student and witnessed firsthand how a degree from the University of Benin can shape destiny, my acceptance of this role is rooted in a profound connection to the transformative power of education, for which I carry a boundless and abiding debt of gratitude to this great alma mater. More so, my calling as a pastor has taught me that true leadership is stewardship. I have spent much of my life teaching that we are blessed not for ourselves alone, but to be a blessing to others. As a result, I see this task as an extension of my ministry of service, an opportunity to apply the principles of faith, uprightness, and communal responsibility to ensure that the University of Benin does not merely endure, but thrives for generations to come. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the global landscape of higher education is shifting. Traditional funding structures alone can no longer sustain global excellence. The world's most prestigious institutions thrive because they deliberately invest in their own future through endowments, philanthropy, and industry collaboration. This Trust Development Fund is the University of Benin's strategic response to that global imperative. This fund represents a bridge between aspiration and achievement, a catalyst for research, innovation, and global relevance, a safety net for brilliant or disadvantaged students, a vehicle for infrastructural renewal that reflects the dignity of a 21st century scholar. As chairman of this board of trustees, I will undertake this obligation with solemn commitment and unwavering resolve. This board shall not be symbolic, it shall be strategic. It shall not be passive, it shall be purposeful. It shall not merely exist, it shall perform. Our mandate is clear: to mobilize resources, inspire confidence, and safeguard the credibility of this institution. To our donors and partners, let me be clear: transparency will be our shield and accountability will be our compass. We will manage this fund with the precision of a world-class financial institution, ensuring that every naira results in visible, measurable impacts. To our 350,000 strong alumni across the globe, you are the living proof of universe excellence. Your degree draws their strength from the repetition of your alma mater. When the university rises, the value of your credential rises with it. This is your moment to transition from being graduates to being co-owners of this legacy. We do not ask for charity. We invite you to invest in the soil that nourished you. To corporate Nigeria, this fund offers a credible pathway to shape the future of human capital. The partnership forged there will echo far beyond this campus walls. Yet, beyond funding and partnership lies something greater: the responsibility of legacy. Decades ago, visionary leaders such as Samuel Okwemudia entrusted that legacy to us. That inheritance now calls for stewardship, deliberate, disciplined, and forward-looking. As we undertake this task, we are guided by the promise in Isaiah 58, verse 12. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in. On behalf of this board, I pledge integrity, dedication, and dexterity as we join hands with university leadership, alumni, and partners to make a definite stand for excellence. Together, we shall build not just a trust fund, but a reservoir of generosity and a pillar of academic distinction that will sustain this institution for generations to come. In the years ahead, may we look back at this day and say, here a stronger future began. Here, commitment replaced complacency. Thank you, and may God bless the great investor.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, standing ovation is just right. Thank you, Chairman, Board of Trustees, Uniberry Trust Development Fund. Thank you. Please sit. We have two goodwill messages to take. The first one is from Engineer Osase Osifo, President Ubana. It will be taken by the Director of Advancement and Alumni Relations, Professor Eddie Irage. The number two goodwill message will be taken by the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Edo State, Dr. Paddy Iyanu. May I now invite Professor Eddie Irage to take the message from the Ubana President. Professor Irage, please. Please take your message. Please. Thank you, sir.
Greatest universe. Greatest universe students. Articulate universe students. Ever conscious universe students. Great. The Honorable Minister for Education, ably represented, the Chairman, Governing Council of the University of Benin, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Benin. Please permit me at this junction to stand on already established protocol. I'm very happy this afternoon because my first and second degree was earned here in this noble university. And in the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful tool that you can use to change the world. And I tell everybody that any society or any nation that is serious about making significant progress must embrace education as a vehicle to attain that height. So this afternoon, I want to appreciate and thank specifically the University of Benin, the management, the staff, all members of council for this very beautiful initiative. This initiative is going to drive progress, it's going to empower our students, it's going to also foster excellence and help in the overall goal of shaping future leaders in our society. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. And education is the passport to the future. And today with this initiative, we are rest assured that Uniben is on the right path to meaningful development and progress. So can we celebrate and appreciate the Vice Chancellor and other members of the initiative. A lot has been said about the NELFON program. A lot has been said about, what we are doing at the state level to improve the fabric of education in Edo State. And I'm happy and I'm glad that this significant progress is happening when one of your own is the Commissioner for Education. We have been able to build a lot of schools. We are going into significant partnership that will help our students, and I make bold to tell you that in the coming days, we're also going to be hearing the announcement of the increase in subvention in our own Ose Polytechnic in Edo South. Please continually support the management, to bring home the desired change. And I cannot end my speech by appreciating our leader and my senior brother, Pastor Osage Izehiyamo. He's a veteran in the game. He's highly accomplished, and we are very, very optimistic that he's going to drive home the required change with this new role that he has been given. It's surely a square peg in a square hole, and we know him. It's just that some of us are afraid now. Because when I see his call, I'll be afraid if he's calling me as my brother, or if he's calling me to ask me for support for the endowment. But the rest of it, I won't run away, since it relates to the advancement of education. To our students, I want to congratulate you for this laudable feat, because you are the major beneficiary. And these policies and programs is geared towards, making sure that you will excel anywhere life may take you. I was here some years ago, as a fresher. I got my first degree, my second degree from this institution. I went on to Zenith Bank, excelled,
went on to Shell Petroleum, and to cut the long story short, today I am the Honorable Commissioner of Education and History. This goes to show you that once you are aligned and you are in the right institution and you have made up your mind to succeed, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So please, I want you to embrace this initiative. I want you to support in every way that you can. I want you to make good use of the opportunities that abound, so that at the end of the day, tomorrow, you can stand here to also tell us that you are the MD, or you are the Honorable Minister, or you are the Governor of Edo State in the future. To our invited guests, we want to thank you for sparing time in your very busy schedule to grace this occasion. And I want to appeal that when Pastor Zayabu calls for you, please do not say no, do not turn him down. Because it is not education, is something that is very fundamental to us as a people. We have a lot of vices in the society today because people are not well educated. And poverty continues in the family or in the nation or in the state where people do not embrace, that tool. The man gives birth to the child, and the child refuses to embrace education. Maybe as a girl, she gets impregnated by a organizer on the streets. She gives birth, and poverty continues. But let's continually encourage, every initiative to foster education in our society, so that we can have a more saner, prosperous, society. So thank you very much. Let me not bore you with too many speeches. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. We see our father, the Noble of the Benin Kingdom, and all the members of the Royal, the Oba's Palace. We say thank you for coming. Thank you for all you do for us. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. God bless Edo State. God bless the great University of Benin. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Respected and distinguished guests, I'm on a special assignment which has been entrusted to me by our #1 citizen on campus, our own dear Vice Chancellor, Professor Edoba Bright Omorige San. I'm standing in on behalf of the constituency that I am connected with, especially in a new responsibility that I have currently in the university. And that is that of being the director of the Advancement and Alumni Relations Directorate in the Vice Chancellor's Office of our university. We are blessed here to have today the President worldwide of the University of Benin Alumni Association, who is a member of this board, but one of our very dependable and ever ready to be called upon chapters and branch, well established, is based in the United States of America. And that is commonly known as UBANA, which is the University of Benin Alumni Association of North America. The President has sent this goodwill message to the university through our Vice Chancellor. And so with the permission of Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, I just now read his goodwill message. As stated already, it's addressed to Professor Edoba Bright Omorige San, Vice Chancellor, University of Benin, Benin City, Nigeria. Dear Professor Omorige, goodwill message on the establishment of the University of Benin Trust Development Fund. On behalf of the University of Benin Alumni Association North America, UBANA, I write to formally convey our warm congratulations to you on the institution of the University of Benin Trust Development Fund. This initiative
reflects exceptional foresight, visionary leadership, and a deep commitment to the sustainable growth and long-term advancement of our great university. The establishment of the Trust Development Fund is a strategic and timely intervention that will strengthen institutional capacity, enhance infrastructural development, promote academic excellence, and secure enduring financial stability for future generations. Your leadership continues to demonstrate clarity of purpose and a progressive understanding of the collaborative role of stakeholders in building resilient institutions. By creating this fund, you have laid a solid foundation for structured development, responsible stewardship, and inclusive partnership or participation in the university's growth trajectory. We commend your courage, applaud your strategic insight, and celebrate this significant milestone under your leadership. The alumni community takes great pride in this bold step, which signals a new chapter of institutional strengthening and global competitiveness for the University of Benin. UBANA remains fully committed to supporting initiatives that advance our alma mater. We stand ready to partner with the university in driving this noble mandate and in mobilizing alumni engagement towards the successful realization of the objectives of the Trust Development Fund. Please, sir, accept the assurances of our highest esteem and continued partnership. Yours sincerely, Engineer Osaseri Osifu, President UBANA. Thank you very much, and all. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. And just to add, while I step aside for the digital PR to take over, that we are very, very proud, being alumni of this university, that Univest, anywhere we go, resonates and sound very loud. The meeting the Vice Chancellor referred to, it was that the University of Benin was already a pace setter in already establishing the Directorate of Advancement and Alumni Relations. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor, and we assure you, sir, we will work with you, the alumni. The President is there to make sure that the goals of this trust fund are achieved. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Professor Eddie Raggi. Please clap for him. Thank you very much. May I pray the indulgence of the Pro-Chancellor to take a few recognitions. First, I want to recognize again the former Vice-Chancellor, Professor Faraday Usase Orumesi. Please encourage him. We welcome Professor Emeritus Tioke Audu. Welcome, sir. We welcome Professor Emeritus Musa Elafona. Welcome, sir. We welcome Professor Emeritus Julius Ikatua. Welcome, sir. We welcome Professor Emeritus Raymond Elayo. Welcome, sir. We welcome very specially Bola Ivy SAN. Welcome, sir. We welcome the Osula of Benin Kingdom, Chief Iyeke Osula. Welcome, Chief. We welcome Nobabo of Benin Kingdom, Chief Ken Oterekwe. Welcome, Chief. We welcome Iyogu II of Unene Akiosu, His Royal Highness Frederick Iyogu. We welcome you specially. We welcome a board member of the Nigerian Ports Authority, Right Honorable Olorun Toba Banidele. Welcome. We welcome the President of Benin Club, Dr. Iwazie Beye Isibo. We welcome you. We welcome the Chairman ASU Uniben, Professor Inauna Edosa, Director Advancement and Alumni Relations, Professor Eddie Raggi, President Benin National Congress, Ambassador Dr. Aya Mekwe Edokolo. We welcome you. We welcome Past President Lions Club, Lion Godwin Usayende. Welcome the Chairman NAMDA, represented by Professor F. Olumesi. Welcome Pastor in charge of RCCG Region 13, Pastor Amos and Pastor Mrs. welcome you. We welcome the wife of one of our trustees, Chief Mrs. Moji Ahona. Welcome you, Madam. Welcome Mrs. Sonia Oriazua. She is also a wife of one of the trustees. We welcome you. I welcome very specially my darling husband, Sir Andy, Director of Zoological Garden and Nature Park. Welcome, sir. We welcome immediate past chairman, ASU Uniben, Dr. Ray Chikogu. We welcome former Uniben librarian, Professor Luke Obasui. Former acting bursar, Mr. Gabriel Isadolo. We welcome you, sir. We welcome Director of Academic Planning of our university, Professor Joseph Osenekai. We welcome Ms. Priscilla Osula. We welcome former acting DVC Administration, Professor Maureen Oboloyi. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome Chairman, CEO, Pan Royal, Barrister Jude Lusagiri. We welcome Chairman, Latrico International Limited, Chief Eric Ebozeli, JP. We welcome the Chairman, Goldmark Education Academy, Professor Mike Obadan. Welcome, Prof. Welcome Member Governing Council, Edo State College of Nursing Science, Dr. Mrs. Tanwa Idubo. We welcome all deans, we welcome all directors. We now move on to the vote of thanks. As I invite the Secretary Board of Trustees, Prince Richard Ahona. Please let's remember after the event as we allow the members of the high table, trustees, principal officers to go out for photographs. We will, on our own, just go out very, very gently. Ahona SAN, vote of thanks.
Mr. Chairman of the Governing Council of the Greatest University of Benin, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, our Chief Servant in the University of Benin, the Chairman, Board of Trustees, my friend and brother, Pastor Dr. Osagi Ezeyamu, and his amiable wife, Professor Idia Ezeyamu, Chief Medical Director of the University of Benin Teaching Hospital. Most very warmly, the wife and spouse of our Vice Chancellor, who has not only supported him, but who is also a professor in this great university. We welcome you, Madam, and this is the real Vice Chancellor, Professor Mrs. Elemewa Shema Omorode. Two of our members are not here. The immediate past president of the University of Benin Alumni Association, North America, Mr. Alexander Imoti Eronwa, who has joined us online with his wife, also an alumnus, Mrs. Erosa Eronwa Elao. Our emeritus professor is here, the proud father. And also our brother, Kingsley Imotie Jesu Orobo Esquire, our member from Canada, who has also joined us online. On their behalf, I also send greetings. Mr. Chairman, sir, my duty is to give the vote of thanks on behalf of the Board of Trustees. But we start by thanking God, our Father, the Almighty, that has given us today and has made today a very beautiful day. Please put your hands together for our Father. It is only God that can make this day a reality. Uniben is known to have the best alumni association in Nigeria. Uniben was named Unibest by President Shehu Shagari in 1982-83. And today, Uniben has set the pace of having the first development fund by any university in Nigeria. So it's a thing of joy, and we are grateful to God. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, God has also made you the convener, because we must say it loud and clear. You had 10 predecessors before you. You are the 11th Vice Chancellor, and I was the 11th President of the University of Benin Alumni Association. But it was during your time as the first 11 that this historic occasion is being witnessed in the annals of higher education in Nigeria. It's a thing of joy that you have also found the chairman and other members of the Board of Trustees as persons of like mind that you feel accomplished to work with. We thank God that this hall is not made bereft, it's not empty. This event was put together in less than 2 weeks, and yet we have such a wonderful audience. Please put your hands together for yourself. It shows not only your propensity for goodness, but also your desire to see that the University of Benin continue to soar to greater heights. On behalf of the Chairman of the Trustees and all members of the Board of Trustees, we thank you one and all and pray that God grant you journey, mercies to your various destinations. Thank you all and God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. We want to welcome the former CNBU BTH, Professor Emeritus Austin Obasoma. Welcome, Prof. Yes, he's sitting right at the back. Welcome, Prof. He's surprised. Welcome, sir. We can't miss you. We welcome Frank Okoyo from Canada. Welcome, sir. Yes, welcome. We also welcome Andy Omorogeva from Chicago, USA. Welcome, sir. We welcome Helen, Mrs. Helen Omorogeva. Welcome, madam, also from Chicago, USA. Chairman, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you have all been appreciated. Mine is to respectfully request that you rise for the Uniben Anthem and the National Pledge. Thank you, sir. So we take the national pledge. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend my unity, and uphold the honor and glory. So help me God. Please remain standing. The chairman, the vice chancellor, the trustees will go outside for photographs, and then we can take our leave. Thank you once again for coming. you.